right after Matan Torah, the last aliyah of Mafta, you see that I spoke to you from the heavens. Don't make any type of gods of silver, of gold. All the Mefarshim already try to understand. This is right after the Aseret Dibros. Already it says, don't make any idols. Don't make any pesel, any tmuna. Why do we have to repeat now? Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you. Don't make any lechesav elehezav. Don't make any golden idols. Don't make any silver. We know already. This is what we're just talking about. So the Mefarshim explain, and the Netziv explains it in detail, that what's going on over here is not to make idols. Of course, the Yidden after Aseret Dibros understood very, very clearly Hashem Echad. There's one God, there's one HaKadosh Baruch Hu, everything comes from Him. There's no shituf, there's no two, there's no three, there's no partners, there's no helping. Everything comes only from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. But, like in every kingdom, there has to be a system, probably, of ministers, of people who take care of different parts, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, the Minister of Economics. So there's also probably HaKadosh Baruch Hu doesn't deal directly with the people. There's probably some people in between, or some sort of kaiches that are in between, that we have to deal with them as well. And we should probably, Yidden might think, we should probably consecrate and make some sort of symbol of gold, of silver, so that we know that, oh, this is the sun, this is the moon, and we have to, through the sun and the moon, through different kaiches, we have to be able to deal with the kaiches as well as independent powers that are going to intercede on our behalf with HaKadosh Baruch Hu. So with me there's nothing. There's me and there's you. You don't need anything. We know there's already hints over here of the mistake of the Egel Hazav, which also they thought if Moshe is not here, we have to make another type of intermediary. But this is what's going on over here right now in the pasuk. The Netziv continues and says a fascinating thing. We know that there are times when we find in our tefillas that we are turning towards the malachim, we are turning towards intermediaries. And he quotes as an example the famous tefillah that we say during slichas, Machnise rach, machnise rachamenu, machnise dim, machnise dim asenu, tza'aka, machnise dim asenu. We're asking those malachim that are in charge of our tefillahs, you should bring our tefillah to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Those malachim that are in charge of our tears should bring our tears in front of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. How can we be talking to the malachim? It's very famously known that the Maharal wanted to remove this from the Siddur, from the Machzerim, because it sounds like idol worship. How are we asking Malachim to intercede? We don't need that. We go straight to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And this is a chiddush, a very fascinating chiddush. That there are times when we do have to ask Malachim to help us. We're in Golos, we're far from Hashem. Just like a prince, sometimes when he feels himself far from the king, he doesn't feel comfortable approaching the king. And he has to find those that are close to the king to be able to intercede, to be able to ask them, please, go to the king, tell him I really want to see him, I really want to be... But it's a temporary measure, says the Netziv. And this is what's going on in the pasuk. Sometimes it's going to be necessary to ask a malach to intercede. Yes, sometimes it will be necessary. So then Netziv says, but to make Elohei Chesed, to make a permanent symbol, this is a gold symbol of that malach. That, chas v'shalom, never ever are we able to make a concrete type of symbol to say this is a real power in and of itself. This is not a power at all. It's part of HaKadosh Baruch Hu's system, and we can go straight to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Maybe at times we feel that we're too far away, and we have to turn to the Malachim. We daven to the Malachim, Machnise Rachamim, Malachei Rachamim. We do. There are many of the tefillas that are Chazal instituted with those words, that we can feel that through those that are close to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, those Malachim will be able to once again come back to the relationship that we crave and that we need. But we should know that at the end of the day, the ideal, and it's possible for every Yid to create a personal relationship with HaKadosh Baruch Hu and to turn to Him directly, without any intermediaries, without Chas v'Shalom and Elihei Chesed, Elihei Zav, and even without the Malachim. Good Shabbos.